Council on Foreign Relations people said to me two things. Firstly, Israel will be surrendered to the Muslims, and America doesn't care about UN resolutions 242 and 338 calling for new borders, which are secured, recognized, and defensible. And secondly, and this is the key to my message, that's why I wrote Christian Revival for Israel's Survival. They said to me that there's only one thing that made America great, and that's the barrel of oil, the steady price of oil, the steady supply of oil. And a very dear Christian friend and ally that night got up and said, you call yourselves Christians? You say that what made America great was the barrel of oil, steady price of oil, steady supply of oil? You should be ashamed of yourselves. What made America great is not the barrel of oil. What made America great was Jesus Christ. And as a Jew from Israel, at first, I didn't like Jesus Christ very much. But after Eric Gustafson said it the way he said it, I understood that there is a line in the sand. And either you are a Christian and you support Israel, or you are an anti-Christian and you support the Arabs because you work for mammon, you serve mammon, you serve oil, you don't serve the Lord. And of course, Christians who watch this show know you cannot serve the Lord and serve mammon. You have to choose.
So there's a big line there. So Avi, when you carry this message around, Christian Revival for Israel's Survival, and you're speaking to Israeli Jews, American Jews, do they receive it the same way? Is it a different message?
Well, I have to tell you something. I moved to Israel when I was 19 years old, and that was 40 years ago, because it had been inculcated in me in Hebrew school that Christians hate us. And I'd never left New York City. And by the way, I'd never in my life been called anything anti-Semitic.
So you were taught this in where?
In Hebrew school.
Hebrew school.
Well, the Germans, the Austrians, the Swiss, Germanic nations were enemies. Okay. The Russians, the Polish, the Ukrainians were enemies. The Catholics were enemies. And of course, the white Anglo-Saxon Protestants of America who never killed one Jew, rest assured they would kill us one day. That's what I was taught in Hebrew school. Okay. So by 15, I was thoroughly paranoid, and by 19, I moved to Israel. And then I met my wife, and my wife said to me, why did you leave America? Are you crazy? And I said, because the Goyim, the Gentiles, hate us. And she said, the Goyim, the Gentiles, and who are they? I said, the Christians. She said, no, you don't know anything, she said to me. Christians are not Gentiles. Christians cannot be Gentiles. The Muslims, they are the Gentiles. Gentile means pagan. If you, as Christians, have the same God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that the Jews have, and that's confirmed 7 times in the New Testament, right. If Christians believe in the Old Testament like the Jews do, and if the Messiah is a Jew from Israel who speaks Hebrew, then are Christians pagans?
Can't be.
Christians are family, like the Olive Garden.
I think they're rooted in.
Yeah. So, I was being joking about the Olive Garden, but the point is that the Jews and the Christians are one people.